What's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Nothing but love, nothing but blessings, nothing but positivity. I'm sending y'all way, man. We back up in this thing. I know I'm on the late side of the game, but it was one of those days, you know what I'm saying, where I had a long day. I got everything in, I got everything handled, but at the same time, I was like, let me make sure I'm in the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to making these videos, let me make sure I really am into whatever topic I'm finna choose and share with the Black Goose TV family because I don't like to be on none of that fake shit. I don't like to be on none of that force shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be real. I want to be organic. I want to be 100% with y'all. So here we are. Whenever this ends up dropping, it's going to drop. It's going to be fire. And either way it goes, I'm giving y'all what y'all love, what y'all need, or maybe what y'all didn't expect. Before we get up into this joint, though, because y'all see the energy, and whenever my energy is just lit like this, usually it's because we got a reaction video. And y'all see that joint right there. So obviously we finna be reacting to something that I've been wanting to react to for a little bit. I just didn't know this particular video was out for me to react to because I was wondering about this response or the response that would come from Oscar De La Hoya, right? But before we get into that, as always, usual fashion, when it comes to Black Goose TV, Fluence Box inside of the game, show some love with that like button because you already know, man, we're trying to build this channel. We're trying to go up, up, and up. And you know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps. And most importantly, when it comes to the algorithm side of the game, if y'all can hit that like button, it does wonders for the channel. So please hit the like button while you're there. If you're not part of the family, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Then obviously, last but not least, man, notification gang and comment on the videos, man. Go ahead, get that interaction going crazy. I actually plan after I do these videos tonight, I'm finna go into the comment section. I'm gonna get lit. I'm gonna go crazy. I know I'll be slacking on that. I don't be as interactive as I used to be, man. It's because I be mad busy when it comes to work and all these other things. But I'm gonna get back into that. I'm gonna correct that. So forgive me for that. But I appreciate y'all. Just know I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Yeah, man, we really making it go up when it comes to the Black Goose TV channel. So I appreciate y'all, Black Goose TV family. We on. But now with all that being out of the way, let me put a little bit of context to this reaction video. As you guys can see, it's come from Fight Hype. Oscar De La Hoya reacts to Ryan Garcia. Fuck Golden Boy words on making the Gervonta Davis fight. Also, you know what I'm saying, I reacted to another video from Ryan Garcia. He was talking, it was an interview, and he was, talking about, potentially making the Gervonta Davis fight or wanting to fight him, whatever the case may he feel about it. And one of the interviews actually put out there that one of the most exciting fights to be made, or the most exciting fighters right now, are Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. They always say, how do you feel about Oscar De La Hoya, your promoter, saying that? And you could tell it took him aback, and he was probably like, what is that? Why would he say something like that? But Ryan Garcia right now, he's young. You know what I'm saying? He's on the younger side of the game, just like Devin Haney. Both of them are 23, the youngest when it comes to that, up and coming 135, you know what I'm saying, 140, wherever you want to put him. But 135 right now makes the most sense because obviously that's where they're at. Obviously, Gervonta Davis is fighting another, weight classes because he's a little bit older. But he's one of the younger guys. So he probably doesn't see that Oscar De La Hoya, by him saying that, it's not a disrespect to Ryan Garcia. It's good business because he's basically saying, Ryan, you're the prize. That's why he said one of the most exciting fights is Gervonta versus Devin, but all roads lead to Ryan. He's basically saying all these guys should fight each other to decide who gets the money fight with Ryan Garcia. Like he's treating Ryan Garcia like a Canelo to the extent. And Ryan Garcia doesn't really say that. He's probably like, why are you saying that's the most? No, he's that's a very strategic, business savvy marketing play by Oscar De La Hoya. Hopefully someone says that to Ryan Garcia and lets him know, like, this is what he meant, and don't take it the wrong way. It's all part of the business. But let's get into this reaction video before I get too goddamn long-winded because I love talking about this shit. But I had to give you guys some context. So once again, I made videos long-winded on this joint so y'all can check it out. But Oscar De La Hoya reacting to Ryan Garcia and saying F Golden Boy words on making the Gervonta Davis fight. I've been waiting to hear from Oscar De La Hoya and how he feels about it. If you want to be 100% with you, I've only read articles on Ryan Garcia saying fuck Golden Boy. So maybe tonight we might react to him actually saying it so we can put some context to what he's saying. But let's get into this, man. You already know the game. You already know what it is. You already know what we on. Fluence Boxing to the day I die. Black Goose TV family. Let's get it.
Desperation, more of ambition, trying to make the fights. Even Ryan Garcia, he had that interaction with Leonard Levy. I'm sure you've seen the video.
Sure.
Ryan was very vocal. He wants to fight.
Being desperate. It's not. No. Let's make the fights happen. I mean, fight. It's especially like the PBC stable. They hide behind Al Heyman, and they all want to fight their own stable and not venture out and fight other champions. I mean, this fight with Jaime Munguia.
Look, guys, he's not wrong. I'm one of the few probably boxing YouTube channels when it talks about promoters and promotional companies and things where I'm very, very transparent. I'm very fair. I'm very unbiased. You'd probably come in here and think I'd be a PBC fanboy or whatever the case may be, but a lot of you guys have a lot of very disrespectful things to say about Golden Boy Promotions, Eddie Hearn and DAZN. even Top Rank and Bob Earl. But you guys don't understand the reason why boxing is the way it is today. You guys want to blame it on Floyd. It's not because of Floyd. It's because of the structure that Al Heyman has put together with PBC. He's basically made PBC and Showtime similar to what the UFC is, right? But it doesn't work that way in boxing, obviously, because we have so many different talented fighters across the board. MMA is so new that the UFC was able to market something, brand something, and be able to have us really believe that all the greatest fighters are with the UFC and not bat an eye, even though that's not the case, which we've seen when guys like, Michael Chandler come over and have success, Eddie Alvarez come over and have success, Justin Gaethje come over and have success. Like we've seen guys come over from other organizations. Yuri, he's about to fight for the title this weekend, has success. Like, even though it's right in front of our eyes, and if we're really unbiased to the organization and the marketing ploy, which is very hard for us to do because we live in the United States, it's, everything is propaganda. The nigga will argue to you that, Pepsi tastes better than Coke when it's the same fucking damn thing, right? Just because marketing is that great. And I try to really break that down to a simplistic view. So, like, we can hate the man as much as we want. Like, you can go to work every day and hate your boss, but you're not going to hate your paycheck, right? You're always going to be realistic when it comes to that. So I just try to break this shit down in the same way when it comes to boxing. You can dislike, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, Bob Earl. You can say whatever you want about these guys, right? However you feel. And you can say, I love Al Heyman as a person. But when you break down the business aspect of it, the reason why we have so much trouble making these fights when it comes to cross promotional deals is because PBC has created a system where we believe that PBC has the majority of the best fighters from majority of the most weight classes that we are usually interested in. It's very rare, and I'm talking mostly about the United States market. I'm not talking about overseas. Obviously, the UK, etc. They see things different. But for the United States market, for majority of the weight class, we see PBC as the leader of that. As far as the weight classes that we pay attention to, and that's my personal opinion. We try to make it seem like all the best fighters are with a certain promotion, or if they don't have a certain name, these different things. But I think a lot of these guys are absolutely amazing. And if they had different promotion, different marketing, we would be saying the same thing if they were matched up with certain people. Sorry for being so long-winded. Let's get it.
Yeah, and Charlo, Tank, and Ryan would be easy to make. I mean, let's meet right in the middle, and you don't have to come running across the street. I don't have to go and cross the street. Let's meet right in the middle and make these fights happen. 50-50 down the middle. I mean, this is, and get both TV partners involved. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually even better, more visibility, more pay-per-view. It'll be.
But Oscar knows at the end of the day, everything he's saying is not. That's just not what's been going on in boxing. 50-50 down the middle, bringing both TV broadcasting companies. We'll both air it. We'll both have the pay-per-views on both of ours. We'll split everything down the middle. That's not how things work in a capitalistic society. If I have leverage over you, I am not going to say, well, hey, shit, I should get, 60% of this and you should get 40%. But, because I really like you, let's do 50-50. That's the most rarest thing in the world when it comes to society. So as much as I appreciate what Oscar is saying, and I know how much he wants to do this, he understands that the B side at the end of the day is Ryan Garcia and PBC, Showtime, TMT. They're not going to go for that.
A collaboration between two powerhouses. And it makes the fight that much bigger.
Yeah, bit of lackluster performance from Ryan. Tank, on the other hand, he looks spectacular with that knockout, man.
Sure.
How is Ryan ready for Tank? I mean, that's kind of the question that the fans really have.
Well, at this point, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's ready or not because Ryan wants Tank. And as his promoter, and then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get him that fight. I mean, I'm doing exactly what fighters want. Whether he loses, whether he wins, that's up to him.
Tank looked good. Tank looked good. Tank looked good.
Tank looked great against a power puncher and rollies, against a guy who was right there in front of him. He timed it perfectly. It was a great execution. I love Tank. I really do. His style is amazing.
So now I'm not gonna sit here. Y'all probably gonna be like, you've been a fanboy of Oscar De La Hoya. So that's not what I'm gonna give off the pressure. I'm also gonna criticize Oscar De La Hoya because he contradicted himself. I also remember him saying, You know, when Canelo lost against Bivol, he made a statement and they had an interview and he said, "Hey, yo, come back over to the winning side. I would have never done you like that." Basically implying that I would have made sure you would have been matched up with the right people. So don't make it seem like that you wouldn't be offering this fight for Ryan Garcia if you weren't sure in your mind that it wouldn't happen. I know it sounds fucked up, but that's the case. Jaime Munguia is another example. Somebody said in the comment to me when it came to Jaime Munguia, and he said, "Hey, don't act, Jaime Munguia, he was scared, he ran." Jaime Munguia wanted to fight, right? He's been wanting to fight the most elite. But Oscar De La Hoya, he has a way when it comes to a lot of his fighters to coddle them and not allow them to have the fights when they should have because he's very scared for something to happen. At least in my opinion, from the outside looking in, this is fact, for something to happen and derail that, because Oscar De La Hoya, like I said previously on another video I made, he has so many people driving the stable. Once Canelo left, he has to be very careful because all he really has is Virgil Ortiz Jr., Ryan Garcia, and Jaime Munguia. Other than that, everyone he needs to find another guy that. So with that being said, and Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions isn't necessarily a landing spot for a lot of people when they're looking for free agency. It's usually PBC, it's usually Top Rank, or it's DAZN. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy Promotions is like a third afterthought, especially with what he did in the joint venture with DAZN. So it's like, why would I sign with Golden Boy Promotions? Why could I sign with DAZN? Like, come on now. Or Matchroom, you feel me? So that's also why I think Oscar De La Hoya is talking about selling the company, because he also understands, like, yo, I don't see Golden Boy. Anyways, I'm just giving y'all I'm giving y'all both sides. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to fluence, I'm different when it comes to how I look at this shit. Yes, I love to talk boxing. I love to talk about the skill. I love to talk about, this is how the dude approaches to fight. But people forget, man, this is a business. It's about money. It's about marketing. It's about how you see things, about manipulating the mind to make sure that you feel like this person is better than this other person. And now I'm invested, creating narratives. Like, it's just as nasty and dirty as a business as anything else in this world. And that's all I'm trying to open you guys' eyes up to. I got a couple more videos coming to you. I think it's going to be reaction videos and probably one article. Nothing crazy for the night, but I want to give you guys some good content. Hopefully y'all enjoying this. Hopefully y'all appreciate this. I appreciate y'all nonetheless, because if I didn't, I wouldn't do no shit like this. But as always, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like the video below, man. Please like that joint, man. That matters for everything, man. And comment on this joint. If I'm being crazy, if I'm rambling too much, you got something to say, man, just let me know, man. Just comment, engage. I'm get on the engaged side of the game when I'm done with all this shit. Subscribe to the channel, notification game, Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game, man. I'll be back.